YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Bobby Bones Show, and subscribe today. Bobby Bones.
Transmitting across America.
Turn it up. This is the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go.
Let's go over to Mindy in Georgia. Mindy, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on?
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I just have a question. I have a almost 13-year-old son who has been asking about having a YouTube account since he was about 9. And I've always told him no because I felt like he was too young to have that type of technology available. But I'm still telling him no, and I'm wondering if I'm in the wrong, being that he is almost 13. Is that something that I should let him do?
Okay, well, let me say first, you're never in the wrong as a parent because every situation's different. You know your kid. However, just speaking generically, if you're 13, you can have an account as long as, like, mom and dad's monitoring it. If it's just YouTube for gaming, who knows? He may want to be a YouTube gamer. That may be his goal for a while. I think if he's responsible already, don't let age hold him back. Now, if he's not, heck, he could be 17 and you can say no. Because an idiot kid's an idiot kid. There were times where I was an idiot kid. So I would say that 13 is okay if you feel like he is responsible as a 13-year-old anyway. I do think you need the password. I do think you need to check on it. And I do think you need to look at the messages that people send on that. Other than that, I think it's good. You know, I had a kid come to me and say, hey, I want to be a YouTube star. I was like, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, that's what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a YouTube star. And just hearing that, at first you're like, oh, man, what are you thinking? However, I had to stop myself because when I was a kid and I was like, I want to do a radio show and have millions of people hear me, people looked at me like I had 4 eyeballs. They were like, that doesn't happen. And so if I would have listened to people telling me no, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be doing half the crap. No, 80% of the crap that I'm doing. So that's, Mindy, I say if your son is responsible, you put him on probation and you let him do it. So that's my thoughts.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Is he a good kid?
He is. I mean, he's straight A student.
Oh, come
He's
on.
very quiet.
Yeah.
Like he stays to himself a lot, and so that's what makes me nervous. Is that I don't want him to be open to this type of world, and then he's like, "Oh, look at all this stuff that I can see and do," and I'm like, I'm nervous about it being a parent.
Yeah, I would advise you just to have communication about it as much as possible. Listen, remember when you were 13? Just remember when you were 13 and all the stuff you were seeing that your parents thought you had no idea they were seeing. That's happening now, probably way more.
Oh, way more.
Now,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
I
different.
mean, but I'm saying, relatively speaking, we saw tons of stuff based on what we were supposed to be able to see, and it's the same. There's more because of technology, but relatively speaking, nothing changes. Technology gets better till an asteroid hits us and we go back to start over again, and then here we go again, caveman. I say your 13-year-old is responsible, let him be on probation, let him have a YouTube. If he does bad, pull it. If he doesn't, hey, man, this is great. You've learned responsibility. Now go mow the yard. Boom. Then you
Got
start
him.
it. Yeah. That's my opinion, Mindy.
so I can hold it as lateral.
Will you call me back in like 3 months if you decide to let him have an account and check in with me and let me know what's going on?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Because now I'm invested.
Thank you.
I just did a whole Apple box. I just stood on it.
In 3 months, he's going to be a huge YouTube
Yeah.
star.
Yeah.
We're all going to know who he is already.
All right, Mindy. Have a great day.
Thanks. Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye. You guys can call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. That's my phone number. 877-77-BOBBY. I'm answering your calls right now. Amy, how'd you feel about that advice?
I think that communication and boundaries are super important. Time limit, secured content. Like kids can just, I think he's not even 13 yet. He's still 12. So Yeah, I think that YouTube can take you down a rabbit hole of things that you don't need to be exposed to. Or like you said, people that comment and text back and forth on these different social platforms can be scary for kids.
Can't protect your kids forever.
Well, but you can, as a parent, I can
13,
totally
you're
understand.
a teenager, though. Like, it's time to start letting them just take a little walk. Just
Yeah.
put your toe in the water there.
I'm not saying no, but there's got to be communication and boundaries.
Eddie's nodding his head, but he said his kid wasn't getting a Facebook till he was 18.
He still doesn't. And I'm still like, no. But I'm with you, though. Like, if you take all that away, you're going to stun his creativity and
Think about the
his
kids that go to
dreams.
college who had never been exposed to anything.
Yeah.
And they were the hardest partiers. They went the hardest. They failed out the quickest
Yeah.
because they were like, I've never got any of this. Woohoo! And crash and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have people like Lunchbox who are partying their whole life and they get to college and they're pretty well adjusted.
Exactly. You know what's going on. You don't just go crazy. Keep it normal. Keep it chill.
All right, let's do the big story.
Bobby's Big
Story.
A police helicopter pilot in Florida was up in the air on Sunday, and he got an alert from his home security camera on his phone that said someone was trying to break into his truck. So he tracked them from the air as he was in the helicopter,
Oh.
and they were arrested. Here's audio of him talking to cops on the ground while they try to catch the three thieves.
Front right bailout, driver staying in. Front right bailout, they're all running northbound.
Got it, boy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man.
Three teens were driving around at 2 in the morning on Sunday looking for cars to break into, and someone's Ring doorbell cam got him on video. The person was at work. He got that alert. He just happened to be a helicopter pilot and up in the air.
That's crazy.
So he used the helicopter's night vision camera, tracked their A's down. Cops on the ground tried to pull him over but couldn't, so he kept following the car because they couldn't get ahead of it because they were driving too fast, and they were driving a bit erratically on picking roads.
Yeah.
And so he stayed above them. They put the spike strips, and that's what you hear when they finally hit the spikes. He goes,
Got him, boys.
Police found a bunch of wallets in the car, and it turned out that the car itself was stolen.
Oh, shocker.
They're now facing multiple charges.
That's like, what are the odds? You know, when you break into a house, well, not me, but we've had.
Amy's like, those many times I've jumped.
You know, those times where someone breaks into a house and it happens to be a martial art like person,
MMA fighter.
a black belt, then they get beat up. It's like, whoops, you're wrong house.
There's a story about a guy that robbed someone with a skyline tattoo on his neck.
I saw that.
Did you guys see this story? It's kind of the same thing where you go, this is a little different because you're like, what are you thinking? Because if you have any mark on you that people can notice immediately, you cover it before you commit a crime.
Yeah.
A man who had his rental car stolen during an armed robbery last month described his attackers having a bad tattoo of the Nashville skyline on his neck. Brandon Johnson, 23, was booked into Metro Jail Monday morning on a charge of carjacking. When he was located, investigators said he had a tattoo of the Nashville skyline on his neck.
Did you see the picture of it? It's not a very good tattoo.
It looks like a Sharpie
Yeah.
and a 6-year-old's looking at it and drawing.
Oh, no.
But you have to cover that stuff up.
Yeah.
If I'm going to rob, I put on my best turtleneck,
Yeah, of course.
and then I have at it. 877-77 Bobby. Here's Kane Brown, Cooligan, Bobby Bone Show. Coming from the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela Studio on Music Row, we are the Bobby Bones Show.
That's right.
In the next segment, there's a guy being interviewed about the wildfires, and he says something in the interview, and people go, man, that's bad taste. Wasn't a curse word, but I'll play it for you guys, and you tell me if you think what he said in an interview about the wildfires is bad taste. So that's coming up. And then also, Chick-fil-A is launching something new, and I'm a little confused. We'll talk about that in a second. Those two and your calls, 877-77-BOBBY. Back in just a second.
Bobby Bones, y'all.
There's a guy being interviewed about the wildfires that are happening all up the West Coast, and he gives his band a plug in the middle of it.
Oh.
You have to semi-admire this guy's promotion attempt. They were interviewing a guy in suburban LA about his evacuation. He talks about loading his music equipment into the truck and then sneaks a plug in. Here's a clip.
I actually had a bunch of things by the front door, and it was 2 nights ago that I finally said it looked pretty bad that I was going to maybe get out of here, and I loaded up the truck that night. And I'm a musician. I have a lot of guitars, a lot of recording equipment. Play with a band called Destiny Returns. So I loaded up all the stuff in the back of my truck.
He just throws his name, little band name in there.
That's totally fine, right?
Big deal?
No. I mean, Bobby, I can guarantee if you're on the news right now for some fire or tornado in Nashville, you'd be like, well, you know, I heard the sirens because I wake up at 3 a.m. to do my morning show. I heard 5 to 10 a.m. on the Bobby Bones Show. And that's the only reason why I was awake. I'm
not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, you would find a way to work it in. That's great.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Wait, and then also when you got held at gunpoint, what was the first place you called?
I called the news. Anyway, so
Okay.
here's a...
Not the police?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Called them second. And they were ticked. I did some searching and found that their biggest song on YouTube has 2,000 views. It's called Cross the Line. Here is Destiny Returns.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think 2,000 views is about max. I think that's about right. You know, enough friends and family in church have watched it. They should
Yeah.
feel pretty good about that. Dang. Chick-fil-A is testing a new sandwich, and they're all hyping it because it's with pimento cheese. What in the world is the great thing about pimento cheese?
I love pimento
That's the
cheese.
worst cheese.
No.
Is that the one with a bunch of little stuff in it?
Yeah, it's like a little shredded.
It's like white, but it's got
Ugh.
pieces in it.
It's like
white
grandma
and
cheese.
No, yeah.
Yellow, but then it has the red pimentos in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Chick-fil-A is currently testing out a new sandwich, the honey pepper pimento cheese. The name pimento is disgusting. The company said the sweet and spicy sandwich is the original Chick-fil-A drizzled with honey and topped with Southern-style pimento cheese. Why do people in the South make such a big deal about pimento cheese?
Because it's good. I love pimento
Where do you
cheese.
weigh on pimento cheese, Amy? Yes or no?
How do I answer? Amazing?
Okay, I answer no. Eddie?
Guys, I don't think I've ever had it. So no.
Oh,
Of the cheeses, it's a bad cheese.
Okay.
It's not bad, but if you're going to pick all the cheeses, that's like my 17th cheese.
What's your first?
Cheddar.
You said-
I like cheddar. I
Yeah.
like American. Ooh. I do like Parmesan.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes Parmesan moves to number one in certain instances.
Nice. Like Olive Garden shredded Parmesan?
I love blue.
Oh, blue cheese.
I do.
Wow.
So, again, I love so many cheeses that go specifically in certain places. But
Whoa.
straight up, I'm going cheddar, and I like it sharp.
Me too. Extra sharp. But you go blue cheese before pimento cheese?
Oh, yeah. Just say the word out loud again.
Pimento cheese. It's so good. You know what's in pimento cheese? Extra sharp cheddar.
Okay. My grandma used to eat a lot of pimento cheese all the time.
You know why you don't like it? It's because it has mayonnaise in it.
Maybe.
That's why.
Maybe. Lunchbox, you like pimento cheese?
Don't know that I've ever had it. I'm with Eddie. I hear the name and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
How have you not ever had?
I don't think I had it.
Hey, let me bring this up real quick
Okay.
while these two are here and paying attention. Lunchbox watched
rare.
Lunchbox watched Cuties the other day
Yes.
on Netflix. Pretty controversial movie. He said he wanted to see if it was as bad as people say it is. He watched it, said, you know what, not that bad. It's about an 11-year-old girl trying to learn how to dance, and goes, you know, they did it for a reason, to attract eyeballs, attention, to prove their point. Morgan watched it and goes, you know what, it is a little creepy. So
She had to fast forward.
I feel that Lunchbox is trying to get the heat off of him. So now he's asked Eddie's son to review it.
Yeah, he came to me yesterday. He's like, hey, your son reviews movies, right? You should have him review Cuties. I'm like, you're out of your mind. And you know he wants it just so you want and people. I don't want people on Facebook hounding me anymore.
Were they pretty brutal, Lunchbox, on Facebook?
Yeah, it was really bad. I didn't even post a vlog on it because I didn't want us to get like so fired about it. I was like, I'm not doing this today.
There are times when we'll talk about something on the show, and because I don't tell Morgan what to post or not to post, but once every 2 weeks I go like, hey, don't post that. Because I know it's nothing but asking for a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And I'm the victim most of the time on that page.
I mean, she posted stuff about just like a donut eating challenge, and people went straight to cuties. It was like, goodness, guys, like, all I did was watch a movie. Watched a movie and said it had a good message. Sorry that you can't handle that.
That's so funny. Let's go to Aspen in Texas, who is on the phone. Aspen, thank you for calling the show. What's going on?
Hey, not a lot. Just waiting in line at Roasters.
Well, thank you for calling. What can I do for you?
I just want to weigh in on this cheese conversation.
Go ahead.
So, pimento cheese is definitely better than blue cheese. I'm with Amy on that for sure. And I cannot believe you like blue cheese over that.
I would need to make a real list of my cheeses. Maybe I'll spend
That was on the
You know,
spot.
you put pimento at 17.
But
I
I
don't
don't-
even know that you could come up with 6. You'd go, so you would pick like brie.
Oh, Brie's good.
Brie for crackers?
Yeah, brie with
that's
I would
jelly
choose
wrapped in
brie
croissant is good.
over pimento.
Okay.
Cream.
Like I like mozzarella better than pimento.
Oh, yeah.
I like feta.
Feta.
Whatever.
Feta.
Whatever.
What about goat? Do you like goat cheese?
Not better than pimento. Goat cheese just kind of exists.
Oh, it's
like
so
I don't
good.
know that I would ever taste it. I like provolone and Gouda.
That's good stuff.
This is a song. You
All the
know?
cheeses?
Yeah. Get back. Let me get my Monterey Jack.
Here we go. Start writing this
We got
down.
a new one. That's what Eddie and I do. We'll write a song. He'll just sit over there. I'll just talk nonsense.
I was like,
and Eddie just
Bones, just go, and I start writing
just
stuff
take
down.
notes.
He's like, oh.
Okay. Thank you on that, Aspen. Let's go over to Tate in South Dakota. Tate, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on?
How's it going today, guys?
We're pretty good, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing. Just heading to work. Just wanted to call and tell you guys I love listening to your show every day. I live up by Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and it's I listen to it taking the kids to school and going to work.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, and thanks for sharing with your friends that you listen. We do love our listeners in
Oh,
South
yeah,
Dakota.
definitely.
All right, man. Have a good day.
And
oh, cool. Give me
you
some more.
too.
Give me some more. You got any more?
Oh, I was just going to say the cheese debate is Swiss.
Yeah, I'm a big Swiss guy.
is good, too.
Yeah.
I can do Swiss.
I like the holes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. I'm not
Thanks,
trying
guys.
to hate
Bye.
on Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I do. I just thought it was a weird choice. I also, let me tell you this. I have a treadmill, Peloton treadmill. Have I told you this story yet?
I mean, I know.
And I love that company because I ride that bike saved me through a lot of quarantine.
But it arrived unassembled?
Well, I ordered this treadmill months ago, and I get it with coronavirus, it's hard to get things out. So I wait my 2 or 3 months, and the delivery guys bring it, and they have to set it up. Champagne problems, but let me express to you what's happening here. So they set up this treadmill, and I've been like, man, I've been looking forward to this so much. They're like, oh, we're missing a screw, missing a part, we can't finish it. We'll come back tomorrow. This is 2 weeks ago. It's still sitting there in shambles. Nothing. They've never called back. They've never come back. Anything.
Well, so have you called them back?
Yeah, I've called
Oh.
everyone. I got on LinkedIn and looked for every Peloton executive trying to find their
Oh,
personal
wow.
email. I went to the CEO. I went to everyone, but I couldn't.
I mean, there's a local office here.
They
You
won't. Nobody will pay attention.
could- oh, you could show up. I think it's at the mall. Walk in there and be like, show them a picture. This is what's at my house right now. Or have you tagged them on Instagram so they see the post?
that's
I
always
tweeted
effective.
at the company early this morning, going, "Hey guys, can I get? This is not a big deal in the scheme of life, but let me get a little help here."
Yeah. I'd do a story and tag a little
I
Peloton in
did
there.
that, but they didn't do anything. I did
Oh,
that like a
really?
week ago.
They liked it. They're like, cool.
Repost.
Let me go over and talk to Alexa in Virginia. Alexa, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey, yeah, I'm on my way to work, but I was listening to Monday's podcast where Ray was talking about all the girls hitting on him at the pool. And I was just wondering if y'all have ever considered doing a Ray and Bay segment, because I would love to hear her side of all of his crazy stories.
She comes on the show from time to time. I don't know that we'd ever do a segment because then we have to do a segment with Amy's husband, have to do a segment with Eddie's
he'll be
wife.
good. He'll
yeah,
be
yeah,
good.
yeah. But it's just kind of a slippery slope. However, we do call her sometimes when it's so ridiculous. There's a lot of feedback on that. Speaking of Facebook, you see what people were saying about Ray's being at the pool and seeing all the single girls now hit on him.
Yes, there was a lot, and especially the part about him taking the girl up to his apartment.
Yeah. Crazy twist in that story. Ray goes, hey, I'm not trying to get hit on by all these girls. Well, see, I took one up to my apartment, though, afterward to show her around. I'm like, what is happening here? Yeah, thank you, Alexa.
I always have a funny side to the story, so I always love to hear her side.
Yeah, maybe we'll get her on in the next couple days and readdress some stuff.
It's probably time. It makes sense. There's a lot Ray has shared lately.
Yeah, I think we need to get her on to talk about his wedding ring.
For sure. The wedding ring.
Alexa, you have inspired me. We'll have her back on the show tomorrow, okay?
Thanks.
All right.
Everybody. Have a great day.
See you later. Let's do Luke Combs right here. Even though I'm leaving, Bobby Bones Show.
Bobby Bones.
Coming up in a second, we'll stay in the lane of our favorite restaurants because one of our favorite restaurants has launched a new drink. And the question is it gross or is it genius? Do you guys know what it is?
No.
Okay. I lean on gross, but I'll get you guys' opinion. We'll do that. And then somebody wants to be friends with Eddie, and he was kind of surprised by this. And
Like a famous person?
Well, definitely. We'll just leave it. We'll hold it, and Eddie will tell us in a second. Because
right.
he's been a little awkward about it.
Okay.
Okay? All right, we'll come back next.
Get your Bobby Bones on, yeah.
Hey, it's Bobby Bones. All right, gross or genius. Red Lobster and Pepsi launched the new Dew-Garita. It's Mountain Dew Margarita. The unofficial cocktail of 2020.
Okay.
I mean, now that I know it's spelled dew like D-E-W, but when you first said it, I was picturing dew like D-O-O. Like,
Ugh.
dude.
Dude, like poop?
I don't
The
know.
Poogarita?
It's just not, I just don't really feel like seeing it written, fine. Hearing it for the first time, ugh.
Okay, fair. Yeah, they said it's a top secret recipe made from Mountain Dew, tequila, and a few other special ingredients.
Yeah, I mean,
It also, are you ready? Looks like it has Doritos dust on the rim.
What?
I mean, this is 1997 me, except for the alcohol.
yeah.
The Mountain Dew, the Doritos.
Yeah.
Do you get to go to Red Lobster once a year? But, they say it's just a colorful salt. It does look a lot like Doritos. So, you like it or no? Amy, you say?
Yeah.
Eddie?
I mean, I like Mountain Dew and margaritas, so hit me.
Lunchbox?
Sounds interesting. I'll try it.
Yeah. I don't think it rivals the Bobby Water at Sonic.
And what is that
It's
again?
very different.
Here's the thing. I get tagged on that so much. I have $0 coming in from Sonic whatsoever. I'm sure I've sold 10,000 waters. But it's a Route 44 water with extra ice. And I order mine on the app, so I don't have to sound ridiculous ordering it at the button. That's the only reason I got the app is because I felt stupid ordering the stuff at the button. But we go to Sonic almost every day and get one of these waters. Route 44 water, extra ice. You put in real fruit cherry and real fruit strawberries, and then you add Nerds. And
That's it.
And then you're so hydrated, and it tastes pretty good. And sometimes you get some Nerds in a straw, and tastes good.
Surprise.
What's the damage on that?
The price?
$2.
$2?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
The only thing you really pay for is the addition.
Nerds.
Yeah, the addition.
Yeah, and the fruit.
So, but I get tagged in that so many times that I'm going, how do I not? Yeah, saw that. John Bon Jovi is going to hang out with us Friday on the show, Friday Morning Conversation. Well, Amy, what do you think the #1 streaming Bon Jovi song is of all time?
I need a hint.
Can you name any Bon Jovi songs?
Don't I have a Bon Jovi shirt? Or no?
You have the Def Leppard
Oh,
shirt.
Def Leppard. Okay, so that's poor sugar on me. It's like, what shirts have I worn? Bon Jovi, I don't know that I can name one
Sing
for
it,
you
Amy.
right now.
By the
can't.
way, he's performing at our iHeartRadio Music Festival this weekend.
Give me a hint and I will tell you.
You'll know them all.
Hint. Don't give it to me.
Okay, if you are alive, but you are speaking to God.
Hold on.
You are.
Hold on.
If you're alive.
Living talk.
No, hold on. If you're alive, but you're
Living
also,
on a prayer.
There you go. Living on a prayer.
Okay. Living on a
Okay.
prayer.
How about this one?
hit
This
me.
is the Bon Jovi #2 most streamed song.
Okay.
The person that is you is assigning a not so positive title to something.
I be negative.
Interesting.
I am negative.
No,
you
no.
negative.
The person
suck.
the person that is you is
The person that is me.
is assigning.
I give.
Yeah. You're okay. Don't do I. But,
Okay, give.
Okay. Is assigning
Giver.
an emotion a negative title.
Give feelings. Give.
This hard one.
Give hard hurt.
An emotion. That's-
Everybody hurts.
That's REM.
Giver of pain. Pain.
No. You give love a bad name.
Yeah, that's tough.
close.
That's tough, though.
That's #2.
You should have said, I recently just told Caitlin that her.
Well, that's we're not filling in the blank.
Oh.
I'm just giving you another,
Okay.
like a synonym version.
This is fun. Go.
Okay, the #3 most streamed Bon Jovi song. The thing that you're referring to is the ownership of my entire being.
Worldly possession.
The thing is, I can't remember what I say to her because this isn't a pre-plan. I know you're thinking this is a wonderfully pre-planned segment. It is not, folks.
Possession.
Yeah.
You have my heart forever.
Let me do it again.
Yeah.
What we're referring to
The world.
is my ownership of my being.
Man, I know these songs. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wait, you're referring to is my ownership, possession, possess, owner, possess, I possess you.
It's my life, #3.
Oh.
It's my life.
Oh. That sounds like a Backstreet Boys song at the beginning.
Okay.
It's not.
#4, the most streamed Bon Jovi song. constantly happening and will constantly happen forever.
Infinity.
Come on, you got this one. It's one word.
Air. Breathe. Just breathe.
No, hold on, listen. It's an action. It's a
breathing's an action.
It's let's see.
Circular space.
Hold on. Hey,
Gravity.
hey, hold on. Let me think of my words because you're just chasing down the wrong rabbit trail. It will go on forever. It will happen forever. One word.
One word.
It's a Bon Jovi song.
It will go on forever.
Their number 4 most streamed song.
It's not infinity.
It's a good song though.
It's life.
Always.
Will always.
All right. One more. Is that a good one?
That's pretty good. Yes.
Is this game too hard?
I mean, dude, I know all these songs, and when you describe it, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, because I would describe always different. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. I'd like to have it not living or living. I'd like to have it not living or living.
Dead or alive?
Wanted dead or alive. Wait a minute.
That's not it.
Wanted
Dead or alive.
Man, that is a jam.
That's a jam, man.
Woo. They've sold more than 130 million albums. Well, I'm a cowboy with a 6-string on my back.
Different verse.
Yeah. Play for keeps. Because I might not make it back. That's a jam. That's before 1987. I was partying by then. I was 7.
Yeah. You were out and about.
Anyway, Friday he'll be on the show, and he's performing at our iHeartRadio Music Festival this weekend. John Bon Jovi. Ba, ba, ba. All right.
You should play that game with him where you do
No, I don't want to.
What song of yours is this?
He'll be like, what?
He'll hang up. It'll be like one of Lunchbox's prank calls.
Oh, boy.
Where they're just like, what? Click.
Yep.
Okay, let's do Luke Bryan, One Margarita. Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. 877-77-BOBBY.